Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine and this is going to be the August reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get additional messages. Also keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I also may be describing you or the person that you're dealing with. So if you need to switch the energies around, do so. What else was I going to say? I do the spiel at the beginning of every reading and I always forget. Never mind. I guess if I remember, I remember. Oh, if you'd like a personal reading, how can I forget? If you'd like a personal reading, all the information on how to do that is below. If you would like to support the channel, if you can afford a personal reading and would like to support the channel, any donation is appreciated. You also can find out the information on how to do that below. And if you can't do either one, please at least hit the like button to show support and to help boost the channel so that we can help more people that are on this crazy journey. I've done a traditional Celtic cross spread again for you for the month of August. And here we have your advice. This is the overview for the month. So let's get into what's going on here for Pisces. We have yin. We had yang come up before, but now we have an yin. You can see this card. Yin yang. So it's the balancing of the opposing forces here. Number 2. Essential meanings: the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. Now again, the yin talks about, the feminine. And the feminine is always usually is the nurturer, the giver, the receiver, the loving, and the masculine deals more with the doing, the action. That's why it's important to have balance in both. And right now, a lot of feminines are not feeling too receptive, whether that's dealing with past people or being open to new situations, because we're, again, still healing or still clinging to the past or whatever it is that we're needing to let go of to be receptive to what might be coming in next. It's about, the opening of the heart. The oracle's message: this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. As I keep saying to a lot of feminines, watch how allow people to show and prove. That's why I said alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you. Again, being more aware of the energy that we bring and the energy that we allow into our space, especially when dealing with past people or even in regards to new people, and applying the lessons that we learned from past situations and applying it, but not being fearful that, everybody is the same or we're going to repeat stuff. Again, if you've lived and learned, you won't repeat it because you won't allow it. But again, don't be so closed off that you don't make room for good things that might come to you. And also in regards to, frozen dreams and resting. Don't sit still. Be a co-creator. Pursue your dreams. Work on yourself. Creative projects, business ideas, whatever it is, so that you can be open to receiving, but you have to also give into that as well in order to manifest. Relationship message: let others take the lead right now. Your power lies in small gestures, soft awareness, and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak about them. You will be pleasantly surprised. Again, it's kind of reiterating that same thing. You know, sit back and watch the show, basically. See what comes and act accordingly. Prosperity message. This is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Observe their behavior and follow their lead. Your desire to push through must take a back seat for now. Collaborate and offer your ideas rather than dictating what must happen. Let others come to you. It's important that they feel they have power now. Another meaning is about releasing your need to have things in the form that you want. How do you want to feel? Basking in your success. Now allow the universe to show you the form. Yin is the sign of essence. Things may go more smoothly than you expect. So again, it's letting go, let God, knowing that is what is meant for you will come more easily, especially in regards to any kind of relationships. Chasing, jumping through hoops, trying to prove all that stuff. It's just, it makes you stand in the shadow of your strength and your power. So don't do that. I said allow people, especially if we're dealing with any people that need to make amends or deal with anything like that. Again, allow them to show and prove to you. Ain't nothing else you can do. Protection message. Do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continuously insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. So again, it's about being able to be flexible and allowing the universe to take the wheel, because they know what's for your betterment more than you do. Also, again, if you've always been the giver, the doer, the jumping through the hoops, the trying to show and prove, you need to be comfortable with receiving, knowing that you're worthy of it, and allowing it. Again, because it's about equal give and take. So even in regards to the universe, and allowing them to bring in what's in your highest and best, and not trying to be in control, thinking that you know what's in your best interest, because a lot of times we don't. Now, you know, why they're asking you to be open to receiving and to allowing and releasing control of the wheel is because we're in the lowest. Focusing on, again, this stuff here, what's spilled, not acknowledging that there's 2 cups behind you, 2 of cups, another soulmate perhaps on the horizon. When we're focused on the shitty experience, or again focusing on what's lost and not embracing new opportunities, even if it's in regards to reconnecting with someone from the past. Again, this is about allowing healing to happen, recognizing again the truth of situations, our own roles, other people's roles, and not focusing on what was, but what can be. And try to be in the present moment. Make whatever efforts you can make towards these 2 cups here. Letting this shit go. Letting it flow in the river. Throw the cups in the river, let it go. Again, difficulty, loss, despair, grief. A need to focus on the 2 cups still standing, feeling a lack of fulfillment or non-attainment. Again, not feeling like we're manifesting at the pace we want to, with the things that we want to, with the people or the situations or whatever it is. So you can't focus on the lack. If you focus on the lack, all you're going to get is more lack. You can't focus on the past and be in the present. You can't focus on the past and manifest for the future. It's about learning from our mistakes again, because we seem to be having trouble letting go of the past or learning. Can't stay in the regrets of the shoulda, woulda, couldas. If you can do something, do something. If you can't, let it go. Nothing you can do. Reflect on the lessons and move on. Try to have a glass half full perspective. Again, anything that was causing you to feel like this, be happy it's gone. Or if you were causing this to happen, figure out what you can do to make things better or make things right. Again, I don't know what side of the coin you may fit on, the doer or the receiver of the crap that went on here. But whatever it is you can't stay in this state. You got to be open to what's next, what possibilities lie ahead. Live and learn and keep it moving. And we're surrounded by the hermits, major arcana. You actually have 1, 2, 3 major arcana here. So major arcana usually signify something important that we're needing to address, and obviously we're needing to go within, shine that light on the dark places so that we can heal thyself. This is also about isolation, being isolated, hiding away so that we can become wise in our future endeavors. Again, it's about achievement and growth and accomplishment, attaining of a spiritual pinnacle. Again, perhaps because we've learned. So we've learned, but now we just got to let go, right? Be open to change. Be open to new experiences. Don't let the past keep you bound. It's a path of initiation, wisdom, and power. Being a leader. You've gone through something. Now use that light, maybe perhaps to guide others and to guide yourself again out of this feeling of shite. Spiritual attainments, the secrets are not for everyone, only those who are earnestly seeking them. Again, ignorance is bliss, but knowledge is power, right? Willing to climb the heights of wisdom. It's a 9, so it symbolizes, again, accomplishment. Searching for the truth, attainment of goals and wisdom. Again, focus on what you've gained, not what you've lost. Use it as a tool towards your own growth, towards your own enlightenment, towards your own healing, and whatever you might be doing career-wise. Again, maybe it's meant to help lead others. Because we're challenged by the Queen of Swords, so again, people might be, because of this, even though they may want the Two of Cups, they still are very guarded, feeling maybe even a little, I'll say, jaded. But it's also somebody who's not easily fooled anymore, because we've learned from situations that left us feeling like shit. Or you're challenged by someone else who is like this. Maybe you're feeling regretful and you're trying to seek wisdom within on how to change a situation and perhaps even try to heal a situation. Either you're the Queen of Swords, it could be, again, male, female, doesn't matter, or this is a person who is a challenge to you. Someone who, again, you don't know if they're going to be open to you or if they're going to get you with the sword. Or you don't know if you can be open to somebody or get somebody. So again, the challenge is, again, dealing with someone like this or being like this. This is someone who could be devoid of emotion, again, not giving a shit, don't really care. Cuts through the bullshit, basically. It's also about having clarity, considering things more with the head, intellectual than emotional, because of, again, wisdom that we've gained here. It's the mind's ability to soar above the day-to-day issues to arrive at appropriate solutions. See the little bird that's over her head? That's what that bird symbolizes. Mature intellect represents the ability Represents the ability and to judge and discern impartially. Again, look at things from an impartial perspective, the glass half full kind of thing. Wants to know the hows and the whats to make sense of things. Again, making sure we have clarity, wanting clarity. Perhaps that's why we're going within. Deals with facts and logics, tells it like it is, upfront and honest and blunt. Again, you could be dealing with somebody who's like this, so you can't approach them with any shit because they're going to want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but. And if you don't come with it, they get you with the sword. They're not going to tolerate it. Or again, this is you perhaps needing to see things from a certain perspective. Again, everybody owning their sides of the street, everybody realizing their own place in a situation, not laying blame, learning the lessons, being open to, receptive to new things, and not be so guarded. Again, it could be you or the person you're dealing with, as I said. At the root, we got the King of Swords in the reverse. So we got the Queen and the King. Now, if this is two different people, if you're dealing with the King of Swords in reverse, that's why you're the Queen of Swords. Because the King of Swords in reverse is somebody who's manipulative, who could be a liar, abusive, narcissistic. It's a misuse of mental power as well, authority and drive. Someone who could be self-serving, cutting with their words, critical, stern, charming but harmful. Again, think narcissistic. Someone who comes across as one thing and is really something else. Leaves you feeling demoralized and put down. Again, somebody who serves their own interests. Lack of decisiveness about opportunities or direction also. Scattered thoughts, feeling lost or uncertain about our options. So again, if this is a person that you're dealing with, that's why you're like this, that's why you're like this, and this is why we're needing to kind of look within. And for some people, like I said, we're dealing with past people coming back. You could be a past person wanting to come back. You could be a person who, again, is needing to heal from the past. You can be open to new experiences. It may fall into different categories here. So again, if this is an aspect of the self or a person that you're dealing with, apply it as it may fit. But this is at the root. So this means this is your usual way of doing things, or what is the problem or the cause of all of this. Again, it could be someone else or an aspect of the self. If you're manipulative and abusive and misuse your power or treat people as means to an end, or you are lying or doing whatever, and you could be feeling regretful and uncertain about the future, especially if you're looking to try to reconcile with somebody, because we have judgment in reverse over here, and you're afraid you're going to be met with this. But again, if you're honest and sincere, you don't fear this. Fear this only if you're looking to be, this and not be willing to change, because this person isn't going to take your shit anymore, basically. So again, whatever side of the coin you fit on, or how this applies. In reverse, in the past, we have the King of Cups. This is what kind of got you to this place. So again, it could have been somebody who you thought was the King of Cups, but really turned out to be the King of Swords in reverse. Again, you thought they were one thing, but they turned out to be something else. This could also symbolize someone who doesn't repress their emotions, has learned to accept and deal with them in a mature and balanced manner. So again, if this is an aspect of the self, again, male, female, it doesn't matter. We're coming into this awareness, or we're trying to, trying to get out of this woe-is, because we're realizing we need to deal with this, or because again, this is for the month of August, someone might be coming back in who was like this, and now you don't know how to deal with this person. You're trying to go within, you're still feeling some kind of way about what happened. Again, apply it how it may fit here. Um, this is also about having an open heart or mind. Express your emotions. Again, someone might be coming in trying to, be the King of Cups. But again, we got uncertainty about this. Or you're the person wanting to come in as the King of Cups because you've reached some kind of emotional maturity. But again, you don't know what you're going to be met with here. Crowning you is the Emperor in the reverse. This is what we should be working towards, or the light that we need to carry. This is about needing to release control, obviously. Because in the upright, it deals with somebody who's controlling, either as a person, the Emperor in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse aren't the best of characters if we're dealing with a certain person. But this is, because this could be in your thoughts, not knowing what to make out of this situation here. That's why we got our guard up. Or again, this was an aspect of the self that we're needing to overcome. This is, again, but the need to release control, need to be receptive, as the yin was here saying. This is someone who's domineering and rigid in their thinking, insecurity, and therefore trying to be controlling. Again, insecurity comes from fear, whether it's our own fears, fear of opening up, fear to being receptive to even new offers of love coming in because of some past experience, but we're needing to, again, be receptive. Freeing oneself of controlling figures, standing up to them, especially if we've gotten out of a situation with somebody who was like this. We need to stand in that newfound sense of self. It's also a need to gain control in regards to perhaps of our own life, not sitting in the woes. Gain some control here over your life, take control. So you could be needing to release control in certain areas and take control in others. And in the near future, we have the Page of Wands. So again, this could be an offer that's coming in, or this could be you asking you to be the Page of Wands, or again, this is an opportunity that's presenting itself, perhaps from this King of Cups person, or you're the King of Cups person trying to come in and make some kind of offer, because this deals with, similar to the Fool, it's about change, new beginnings, so we're obviously needing to be open to that. It's encouraging change, like a catalyst. It's inspiration, the beginning, just like the Ace, the Page again. But it's something that's going to require action. But it is a page. It's not a knight or a king. Positivity, being spontaneous but not impulsive. It's also encouragement to express yourself, to follow your creative urges, even again, taking control. Perhaps we're needing to focus on what it is that we can do for ourselves, following our passions, whatever creative ideas that we may be pursuing. It's also the verge of discovery or a new phase in life, being open to that, being open to discovering the new things that awaits. It's also someone who's honorable, genuine, a trusted friend devoted to your interests, someone who's helpful. So again, you might be having someone come in who's presenting themselves this way, but in your mind you're thinking about all this, or you were like this and now you're trying to come in the other way and make some kind of effort and all of that. But it's an encouragement again to be open to change, be a co-creator in manifesting that, making the strides that you need to, be the catalyst in your own life to move forward, to be open, to be receptive. Or if you are genuine and you really feel sorry and you've went in and you were this way, we're needing to release all that and not be afraid of what we're going to be met with here, because this person will only cut your head off if you come at her with some bullshit. Her, him, whoever. You know, maybe you're needing to follow your passion or follow your idea if you're looking to pursue something new, whether that be in love, career, what have you. Now, these three cards play off of each other. If we can overcome this, this is what follows. So that's why this is the challenge. Whether it's, again, person that we're dealing with that we're afraid to deal with because we're afraid of dealing with ourselves, or not being closed off and thinking every relationship's the same because of this person that we're dealing with, perhaps afraid of new love, um, new opportunities, but we're needing to move forward, to progress, to let all that shit go. How you should be presenting yourself. We have here the Two of Wands in the reverse. So Two of Wands upright is obviously someone who's, you know, getting out of their comfort zone, who's got the world in their hands, who's taken that one wand and who's going to do something with it. Just like the Ace of Wands, just like the Page of Wands, you know, leaving one thing behind and focusing on the future. But in the reverse, it's having a fear of the unknown or lack of planning. So again, we're needing to release that fear. We're needing release control of what we can't control and control the things that we need to in order to manifest, to get out of our fears, to get out of our own way. Need to organize our long-term goals, meditate on what's important. It's also being afraid to step into the unknown again, and stunted growth, but we're needing to not do that. You know, it's telling you that your world is currently too small. We're needing to expand our horizons, be future looking, future active, proactive. It's also losing passion for a goal, feeling unmotivated or bored. We're needing to flip that around. Keep chugging, keep moving, keep investing, overlooking important details in your future plan. Again, be clear, go within, release what needs to be released, take control of what needs to be controlled of, get some clarity, cut people out that you don't need to deal with, or if you're needing to make amends and make things right, get out of your own way, let go of your fears. Same thing applies. Broaden your horizons, do what you got to do. Now, how other people see you is the Judgment in reverse. Other people in regards to whatever the situation is. If it's somebody from the past, they see you as somebody who they probably don't have a chance with. Or if you're trying to come back, this is how they see you, as somebody they don't want to reconcile with. Judgment in reverse is also self-doubt, refusal of self-examination, or guilt. So again, if this is how other people see you, they could see you as a person who refuses to look at themselves, who refuses to hold themselves accountable. They can look at you as somebody that they don't want to deal with. Again, they've passed the judgment on the situation. Or someone could see you as the Queen of Swords and not granting a reconciliation because of a person's past behavior. Judgment deals with, karma. The judgment call, the wake-up call, or the judgment that is passed upon us. Indulging yourself in self-doubt and judgment. Your deliberation causing you to miss new opportunities that await. Again, some people are afraid of not getting another chance because they waited too long. They refuse to look at themselves, and now they feel the opportunity is past. Again, some people don't want to deal with past people again. Or some people are fearful that they're not going to be granted another chance because they wasted a lot of time being this way. Not allowing enough time to get to the heart of the matter to learn from your mistakes. Again, it's somebody who refuses to self-reflect and hold themselves accountable and apologize and show that they are sorry. Again, nobody wants to deal with somebody like that. If a person feels like another person can't learn from their mistakes and learn, change, and grow, then they don't want to reinvest. So whether you're the person who doesn't want to reinvest or you're afraid someone doesn't want to reinvest in you, again, apply it how it may fit. Unhappiness and difficulties, consequences of past actions to learn a valuable lesson. So maybe some people are wishing that, some people would kind of get it. Fear of important decisions or unwilling to accept change instead of growth, or reluctance to let go, letting go of the past. Depending on what you're dealing with, again, some people that are coming back from the past are just coming back to waste your time again, to use you again. They haven't changed, they haven't learned. They might be smooth talkers saying whatever they got to do to get back in the door. Again, how people show up and allow people to show themselves over time, and you'll follow your intuition, all of that stuff. Some people coming back that are genuine, that have regrets, that are now wanting to make an offer, that have learned from their mistakes, but they're fearful that they won't be taken back. So again, some people might be worth the investment to take back. Some people you need to leave in the past. It all depends. But, obviously you're either being seen as someone who's not going to grant another chance, or this person feels like that there's just no hope for a situation. Your hopes and fears is the Page of Cups. So we got the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. Now, I don't know if this is the King of Cups coming in, hoping for this, or you're hoping that they come in and offer this. But again, it's a page, or even in regards to new love, opening up to someone new, the beginnings, pages, maybe we're fearful because of situations that we've been in the past. Even though you may want it, you might be not wanting to allow that in because of past stuff. This also speaks about beginnings, renewals, surprise, unexpected nature of inspiration. Whether this again is in relationships, feeling inspired just in general in your life, or in your career stuff, whatever it is, we're needing to go within and still do some cleaning up so that we cannot hold ourselves back or new opportunities back, because you want it, but you just have to be open to it, obviously, and that requires not being so guarded or not being fearful. Trusting in your gut instincts as well, receiving messages, intuition, hoping that we can follow our intuition, hoping that we're, trusting our guidance that we're receiving here in regards to ourselves and what moves we want to make, hoping to be, again, receptive. Sense of freedom, fresh perspectives, believing in your dreams. So again, we're hoping for that. Positive message or news from loved ones. Birth of a child, engagements, marriage, pregnancies, new relationships, new ideas, unexpected but welcome. Expressing one's feelings. So again, I don't know if you're hoping to express your feelings, hoping someone else does. But this is all speaking of, again, new opportunities. But in order to embrace these new opportunities or present them to someone we might want to reconcile with, or again, or be open to something new, or accepting them from something from the past, whatever it is, there's still some releasing that needs to happen in order for this to allow the universe again to bring in what is next. But the outcome is the Ten of Cups. But this is good. This is good. Even with the Queen of Swords, it's good to be a little guarded because, again, we want to apply the things that we've learned. And maybe by doing so, cutting out the unnecessary things within ourselves, other relationships that are not making us happy, that leave us feeling whatever, we're able to go towards this because, again, we're being open to receiving it because we're releasing the old to be receptive to the new. Or they're saying if you're looking to make some kind of offer to do something, like you could have the Ten of Cups if you learn how to get out of your own way and not let the fear of what you might be met with, if you're truly regretful and sorry and you've learned, make your move. Make your move. And either way, you're releasing yourself from the past. Whether you get taken back or not, doesn't matter. Or whether you take somebody back or not. But it all has to do, again, with wisdom, healing, discernment, action, openness. Then you have your joy. Ten of Cups again, united by the bonds of true and everlasting love. All you could wish for. The free flow of feelings, abundance, stability, comforts of home, blessings. Like this is what we can have this. Again, if we get over ourselves. Beginning of new love, satisfaction, long-term love and commitment built over time, again, with effort. You got to make effort if you want to have the Ten of Cups. Feeling inspired, happy, fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? Good fortune, all that stuff. But again, we got the Ice Queen. See, the Queen of Swords. This is what we're needing to deal with. This is the challenge, so the advice here. Ideas, preserve, non-action, and entitlement. So again, we can't be completely closed off if we want something new. And we can't be afraid of dealing with somebody like this because I tell you, if you're dealing with somebody like this is the person that's going to keep you in line because they're not going to tolerate shit from you, which basically all that shit stems from the lower self. Stuff that's got to go anyway. So actually the Queen of Swords would probably be a good person to have because they're going to keep you in check. But again, there's a fine line. There's a fine line of being too cold and detached. 28. The Ice Queen has come to block your movement for your highest good. Let your ideas be preserved until later. You can thaw them out and use them at another time when they will best serve. The realm of the Ice Queen is the place of non-action, and now is a perfect time to take a look at how far you've come and to ask yourself for a reclarification of your highest goals. Not all your plans can be accomplished at this moment. In fact, putting them on ice allows for the perfect timing later on. Don't be too hasty in trying to reach your goal. An even better one will present itself if you surrender and spend the winter with the Ice Queen. Perhaps, too, you're trying to do too many things at once. This is a good occasion to choose only one thing to focus on and let the Ice Queen put the others in the deep freeze until a more appropriate time. She'll let you know when it's time to let them thaw. This again, we have not the right time. This kind of speaks on what this is just saying, because this is the advice. So whatever it is that you've got going on, perhaps it wasn't the right time or isn't quite the right time yet, because again, we're needing to get rid of this Five of Cups energy. We're needing to get ourselves balanced. We're needing to be receptive. And until we do that, the doors of opportunity are going to be delayed or blocked. So again, it's needing to get right within ourselves. And if you're a person who's been the King of Swords in reverse and the Emperor in reverse, and you're wanting to do all this, again, there might be some still needing to self-reflect, needing to check the ego, needing to release what doesn't serve you, is it cut your nose to spite your face kind of thing, whatever it is that could be holding you back from a reconciliation. You're needing to, again, check your motives and thoughts, making sure you got yourself in order. Um, it's all about timing here. Perfect timing. Don't be in a rush. Let it simmer. The spaces in between breaths, as I just mentioned in the other one. Again, focus on one thing and work on that, and the rest will come. If you're open to it. But now, obviously, it's not quite the right time. Not the right time. Not that we probably have to read this, but we will anyway. This is not the right time presently for what you're inquiring about. This answer is not a no, just a not yet. Have patience. Your angels will give you a sign when the timing is perfect. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, grace. I'm filled with the same beauty, poise, and divine perfection as all of God's creations. Handle whatever it is with grace. Know that you are loved. Know that the universe is rooting for you. Know that there's a time and a place. Be in the present moment. Do what you can. Work on healing the self so that we can be open and receptive to whatever may come in, and also taking action to manifest what it is that we'd like by being focused and figuring out, again, our direction, what we want, and just allowing the rest to take care of itself, so to speak. God, I step out of the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me in this situation. Remember here, releasing control. Let go and let God. For people's free will choices, if we're talking about dealing with another person, you can't control everybody, everything. You only got control of yourself. You said focus on what you can control, release what you can't, and know that whatever's meant for you will be when the timing is right. And usually the timing is a lot depending on you, how well you can live, learn, release, and move forward. Jesus, I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with the situation. Again, we got grace, God, Jesus, the feminine. So this is really asking you to allow for healing, have compassion with yourself and others, see the spiritual reason of why all things happen, learn the lessons, apply them, and move on. Jesus also has a connection with twin flames. So if you are a twin flame, they're trying to reiterate to you, remember who you are. Remember the reason why you're here, why you've gone through what you went through, why these people played the roles that they did. They're part of your soul family, your soul group. Everyone had a place, a reason, a time, all that stuff. Again, it's seeing it all like the hermit. Gain that spiritual wisdom. Step into your divine feminine. And feminine talks again about yin, receptivity, being open. Allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. This is to stand in your own feminine power, because you can be gentle and powerful. Just like the Queen of Swords, you can be receptive to love, but you also can keep people in check who don't treat you right. So I said, Queen of Swords doesn't necessarily indicate someone who's a bad person or someone that you should fear. If anything, if she's this way with you, it's tough love. It's necessary to keep you striving to be your best. This is not someone who, again, is going to allow you to treat them like crap or to continue in the same old, same old. So whether, again, this is you or the person you're dealing with, you should be thankful for this person. And again, and if you're the masculine, they're asking you to tap into your feminine, to be willing to be emotionally mature and express your feelings, to take action. You should not be so rigid and perhaps manipulative or whatever it is, controlling the stuff that's got to go, that we need to go within and deal with, that we need to look at, get that wake up call so that we can expand our horizons and let go of things and pursue what it is that we want, be it in our career, our love life, our relationships, family, friends, what have you. We want to go for this. 10 of Cups. And then also we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So whether this is a person from your past, it says even your enemies serve a purpose. It's all for your growth. There are soul contracts you agreed to meet to go through a shitty situation so they can push your buttons and bring you attention to yourself. So I said, if everything, there's a lesson, and try to be grateful. And that doesn't mean you got to deal with people again. If you choose to cut them out and move on, that's up to you. But they want you to keep an open mind in regards to perhaps your love life, even in meeting someone else or the person that you're dealing with. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. These two cards came out in the monthly. Again, as I say in everything, childhood wounding makes you who you are. So there's a lot of broken children walking around in adult bodies. And this is about, again, recognizing what's within us that makes us do what we do, allow what we allow, be how we be, think how we think, etc., etc. Healing that stuff. So again, we can manifest better. You know what I'm saying? Separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. So some of you may be thinking about leaving situations. Some of you may want to heal situations so that you're not separated anymore. And during your separation, as the sirens are always going by here, the universe is trying to help you and your potential partner in this separation, to help both people see things from different perspectives, to allow healing to happen, to allow perhaps new opportunities to grow here. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. That's what they say. Is maybe it's not the right time, or it wasn't with that person, or whatever it is. It's worth waiting for. It's worth waiting for the real deal and not to be stuck in karmic situations. You know what I'm saying? Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally, just like here. Letting go of control, being receptive, not clinging to stuff. Release, release, release. And release controlling people or controlling behavior patterns. See these two people? They're ready to get the hell away from this dude. Maybe this person's the emperor in reverse or the king. So, as again, you don't want to be constantly driving people away with these kind of behaviors. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're maybe needing to check ourselves before we can manifest. Maybe that's why things aren't taking off, because you're not quite ready, because we're not quite looking at what we need to look at. Again, depending on what side of the coin. I'm trying to throw out both scenarios because I don't know who the hell's watching. And then we got love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, whatever side of the coin you lie on. If you were the jerk or you were the victim. And I use the victim in quotation marks because, again, we see the crack way before we see the ass. And we stay in situations that aren't good for us or that are ruining us because, again, we're not loving ourselves. You'll never love someone else more than you love yourself. And by doing that, you become more attractive to attract the right kind of people who are also going to love you and respect you, because you're doing this for yourself first. And if you're holding on to negative behavior patterns, if you've been the liar or the person who takes advantage or whatever it is, or controlling, love yourself enough to do the healing work to stop being that way. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll become more attractive perhaps to this person who you might be wanting to go back with. But you got to show that you're worth an investment again. Because ain't nobody got time for that. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate, but of course. So again, soulmates aren't always life partnerships, and a soulmate could be a friend, a lover, a family member, whoever. So again, doesn't necessarily have to be romantic here. But They're letting you know that, yes, this person is part of your soul group, is part of your soul family. And he said, and sometimes there's reason, season, lifetime. This person could be a life partner, but it depends on both people. And don't entertain anybody who is not coming correct. Know what you're dealing with. I always tell everyone. And then we got power animal. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and helping you in this situation. So this is about finding your own power too. Have the courage and the strength to persevere, to keep going, finding your inner power animal. And you also have your spirit guides helping you out, helping to guide you through this, guide you towards better. But again, you have to be co-creating. And for some of you, again, we're needing to let go of the past and keep an open mind so that we got maybe a new person is trying to come in. You are powerfully clairvoyant. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance, just like the hermit. Third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. So it's about trusting your intuition, trusting the guidance that you're receiving. Get clear. You got it. Trust in yourself to lead you out of the woes, and trust the universe that's trying to lead you as well. But there's a lot of focus here on the spirituality, on the healing, on releasing, on awareness, self-awareness being the most important, because again, when you are aware of your own shit, it'll help you immensely from this point forward. Again, in what you bring and what you allow. And if you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. So again, if your intentions are good, focus on service. Focus on what you can do for yourself, for others, especially if we're looking for people to see us differently. How can I help this situation? How can I repair this situation? Or again, this could be just if you're too busy in your head and stressing and worrying about this stuff, try to focus on something else. And vacuum away fear. Call upon Archangels Michael and Raphael to lift your fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, the situation, everyone involved. Again, fear is a big player in this game. Crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. Again, third eye chakra, crown chakra, the hermit. They're trying to get you to see the light and to see the bigger picture and use your wisdom to guide you forward. And don't ignore your feelings here, and be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness, so that we can let go and move on. And if you've got to ask for forgiveness or offer forgiveness, to either be back with someone or just to release it so that you can be open to someone new, however it may fit, apply it. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please like, subscribe, share, leave comments, as they are appreciated and they help to support the channel. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.